I didn't realize they were on your roster.
Awakened Angel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah.
We got my boy Jay Crash from Terminus Hate City's in with us today. Party on, Wayne.
What's up?
Yeah, we're just talking shit right now. I've been talking about some of his artists and stuff and looking people up. Did you find that?
Yeah, Swamp Straight to Hell. Is that it?
The Swale and Extremis is the name of the music video. Yeah, I had to think about that one. I was like,
Please hold.
We're looking it up as we speak. So, you've been busy as shit here lately, man. You're like popping off.
yeah, man.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
What got into you? I mean, I've seen you were doing things, and then all of a sudden, boom, shows out the ass, starting to write magazine articles, doing everything you can to nurture the city. We just did a little thing, flipped. He interviewed me. Now I'm interviewing him. We're flipping the script. But
yeah.
some things you said to me are right back at you. You are becoming such a pillar of the fucking Atlanta music scene. And I know that it doesn't come with great reward for a long time. So it's just like, that's so fucking cool. And, you know, what's the drive behind it all?
I mean, to be honest, like the drive definitely is our music scene here. You know how many amazing bands there are. Being a musician myself, you know, and having played in many, multiple bands, and having played a lot of the venues that are currently, at risk or going under now, it's kind of became imperative, like over, especially like the COVID-19 quarantine, time, if you will, time off, was kind of one of those things where it was a realization that, as a label or like whatever we're doing, is, more than, a record label at this point, but, it was like a make or break moment, and kind of just, it took a little bit of like meditating and kind of just figuring out, what the next steps were for Terminus Hate City, and then for also like, what we were going to do in terms to give back to our community as well, to create, or continue, the working, just the wheel, the gears, kind of turning in the scene.
Right, yeah.
So,
well, like you said, Terminus Hate City is effectively a label, but it's become so much more than a label. And I'm seeing that I think that's just what the industry is turning into, where you gotta, I don't know if it's that you got to, but it's so easy to be involved with more aspects of the industry and doing things because they all branch off each other. That's what more and more labels or management companies are all starting to seem like they're wearing way more fucking hats.
that is very true. Just immediate.
What?
No, I said you got to be diverse, so you can't miss out on any potential income streams. That's the thing, is you can't miss out on any potential income streams at all.
That's
Right.
true.
Right.
Diversifying, yeah. And I mean, especially with the music industry being as big as it is now, and all of the potential, that everybody, sees for, I guess the money to be made, but then there's not, a lot of money to be made at this level, obviously like in the
Right.
underground
Everybody's
scene,
just like, I just want to be doing good enough to facilitate this and keep doing more of this.
Yeah.
That seems that with a lot of the creative people I'm around. It's cool to see people take it serious enough for that too, because that's what it takes to make it to that next level. You can, if it's just a weekend hobby for you, I don't think you're ever going to really fucking make it happen. But
No.
and if you're sleeping in the fucking ditch because of it, that's not going to work out well either.
No, you definitely got to be on your A game. But I mean, yeah, it's definitely diversifying, but like, keeping all of, your roots, like we were talking about, going back to your roots, earlier and shit, and just kind of like keeping that together, like with the way that things, were when I was growing up in the scene, and then, also like how we want it to progress and get better. And
When you say that, like, me and Matt were talking some shit earlier about Star Bar going away, and obviously Drunken Unicorn eventually, and all these things that are, we've gotten the word that they're going to be leaving town. What do you what are we going to do when we're losing venues left and right? I mean, I did see online that there's something coming in the West End that looks pretty cool.
Yeah, there is. I did see that online, and right now, looking at expanding our opportunities. You know, we are literally looking at opening up a venue or either working with other venues or looking at.
You hear it, folks.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Looking at just all of the different opportunities that we can, and so I mean, even like underground and shit like that. There's a lot of venues that have been moving from their respected locations and talking about moving to underground Atlanta as well. So that's
it's finally coming back to life. So it's going to be really interesting to see.
Really change, and I mean, like, people are definitely looking at like these venues as being lost, and it is one of those things where they are going to be lost, in the way that we remember them and everything like that. But it's one of those things that we have to adapt, and we have to like learn to grow. Like, if we have to learn to fight back, you know what I mean, and make sure that they don't, get that our culture isn't at.
But
at risk,
that's what me and Matt were talking about, and I'm like, I get it. I don't like fucking seeing all these venues and cool fucking bars and places that we've fucking been going to for years going away, and especially turning into fucking condos, shitty fucking condos at that. But I don't know what everybody expects to do when you're trying to block a private owner from making a private fucking sale. I just don't.
You definitely can't send death threats and shit like that. I've been hearing.
I've heard that's bomb threats and death threats. And that's definitely not going to do it. But I just don't. I don't know what. It seems inevitable is what I'm getting at, and I'm not trying to be a defeatist mentality about it, but I just don't.
We have to look at other options. You have to definitely see, where it's like, okay, we're not going to lie down and just give up, but you just look at who is accommodating and, who can prosper, and benefit from that. And I mean, and for right now, it is underground Atlanta and some, aspects, but that doesn't, have to be the end all be all and shit like that. It's like there's a lot of opportunities opening up on the West Side or like, really, I mean, kind of.
Yeah, and I mean, if people,
bunch of other places, but
fucking artists and metalheads and punkers and shit like that have always been very resilient. Well, if there's a will, there's a fucking way, you know. But it just, it definitely feels like a changing of the tides is coming, and just nothing lasts forever, So and it sucks when you get that thrown in your face, that reality.
It is. Yeah, I mean, and like you were saying, it's an inevitable end, to an era, but I don't think it has to be the end to, any specific culture. And I mean, at the same time, these venues aren't gone yet either, like, let's, definitely say that. So like, they're always, they are still here. And so, they at least
go to a show. So. Definitely right now is the time to go.
Yeah, for sure.
Go before it's gone.
What do you have coming up right now that's in the works?
So we have our next Drunken Unicorn show is October 25th at the Drunken Unicorn, but it's Witch Trap, Black Mass is coming back through there, and we have Vimure and Hubris Cannon, local bands, but Witch Trap is from Columbia, I believe. They're old school.
Those Black Mass dudes
thrash.
fucking rip too.
Oh yeah, Black Mass are the homies. Like, they're fucking, all of those dudes fucking rip. They're some of the nicest dudes as well. We partied hard last time they were in Atlanta. So
how many times have you brought them to town now?
Well, this would be the second time.
Gotcha.
So
I think I ran into you guys, or maybe Jersey was with them. It might have been all y'all out front of a bar. Said hey or something.
Yeah, at Elmire.
Yeah, okay, that's what it was. Yeah, I thought it was really cool when I seen that you were bringing those cats in, because I don't remember when they got on my radar, but they fucking rip.
Yeah, they're on Redefining Darkness Records, and is it cool if I?
Yeah, that's cool.
They're on Redefining Darkness Records, which is they're a really awesome underground kind of metal. I mean, all metal record label. So they do a bunch of good shit. Where they're from. I mean,
where are those guys out of?
I want to say Ohio.
Yeah, that's somewhere like
be
that.
Wrong.
No, I think that's what something like that's what I was thinking.
Right,
Illinois or Indiana, somewhere that sounds really fucking boring.
yeah, I'm not too much of a fan of Ohio, but I'm not.
Oh, do you have? There's something
No,
about Ohio
no beef with Ohio. Just in general, like I've never been to any. Like I went to skate. I played Skatopia, and that was a bizarre experience.
Oh, I bet. What was that like?
I played with Forsaken Prophets. Damn, I don't even know when that was. That was probably 2014, 2000. I'd have to go back and look, but 2015 maybe, something like that. But yeah, it was a wild. It was anarchy, man. I mean, it was definitely kind of
I wanted to go there so much as a kid when I was my little skater trash days.
I mean, it was cool, but it was also like a bunch of just
bad elements.
Bad elements, yeah. There was some questionable people out there for sure. Where you kind of had to like watch your back and be like, okay, man, like this is cool and all, but like,
that's kind of the vibe I get when people like when everybody's like, I'm like the fucking what's it called God damn it, the Gathering of the Juggalos. I'm like, that just sounds like a fucking event that you better watch your fucking back.
Yeah, man, it's like go with a group of people. I mean, we were with a large group of people.
How was the show, the event?
It was all right, man. I mean, honestly, like it was one of those things where we played at like 3 a.m. to just like we played to pretty much the valley of like tents and shit, like on this outside stage. But the person, the owner and shit, he like was wasted. We had to run and find a generator, put gas in the generator to get the outside fucking sound going, and like we basically had to.
Oh, you had to put your own show on.
We had to put our own show on, man. So it was like either give that let it go or fucking get it going and start. And I mean, there was like another band after us, I think. I mean,
there's nothing like a DIY show when you didn't expect it.
Yeah,
when you didn't expect to have to do it yourself, and now you do. Did you in the past, like with that band or any other bands, did y'all do a lot of DIY stuff with earlier bands?
Yeah, for sure. We actually Dragon's Den was a huge, and I mean that wasn't even just it was like Rotten Stitches, ran that did a lot of shows out of there. There was like countless shows that happened there, and that was
I've never made it to a Dragon's Den show, but I remember seeing about y'all had was there a half pipe at that house or a little mini ramp?
No,
place?
that was another I can't remember the name of that house now. There was so many house venues and shit. We like
well, but we still got them going on because Catacombs is fucking still rocking out.
Yeah, and I think Treehouse is one of the ones that has they're definitely like a skate kind of. They have the half pipe and shit going. I think that's kind of cool because Atlanta's a big skateboard city, and
where's the skate park that you're getting ready to do some stuff at that you've been talking about on Instagram?
Oh yeah, we have a show there on October 14th, and that's gonna be the first like event that it was like it's kind of 40-ounce booking, who's doing 40 Fest that's happening in January. That's gonna be some big punk festival. So but that the October 14th show is a completely different event, but it's
just teaming up with 40 ounces with Terminus 40 ounce collab.
Yeah. So we're gonna.
Where's that place at? What is it?
Oh, it's over on the west side. So it's I forget the actual address, but it's where Bonfire is now. Donald E. Hallowell Parkway. So it's way over there on like.
Gotcha. Where the things are when it's on the west side.
Yeah, where the things are. It's kind of in the middle of. I mean, it's definitely some industrial, like an industrial compound. It's pretty dope.
There was that old venue over there, the bakery.
Yeah.
Did you ever go there? They thought they tore that building down.
That was over on the west end, right?
Kind of behind
Ember
him.
City.
Yeah, behind him, Ember City. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So you fucking still over there in Ember City?
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm practicing with my band Empiri, where we've been writing music and getting like we kind of been recording a little bit with Paul Golden from Control the Devastator, and
Fuck yeah.
he's actually been doing a lot of recently he's been doing a lot of like tracking and recording for the label for the bands on the label. Like he recorded Crips album and Stonehenge as well. So some of the Atlanta bands.
That's cool because that's one of the things.
Crips from Augusta.
That's one of the things I love about Atlanta too. Is just we have so many cool communities. Like you said, you're working the skateboard community in with the punk scene. And then in the metal scene, then a lot of the musicians record as well. So it just still, the synergy is fucking awesome.
Yeah, man. That recording and also live rehearsal spaces are. I mean, that's something that we definitely need more of.
Well,
in Atlanta.
We got fucking. Same deal as the Starbar deal. We lost fucking Visions, not Visions.
No, like Vision's still there. But
it was Thunderbox, and I never was at Thunder. The one Avatar. I was like,
Avatar?
It was the only one I ever rented from. I was like, why can't I think of the name? But that was a lot of spaces, man.
Yeah, a lot of shit was gone, and I mean that whole area. Back in, I wouldn't know, like probably. Whatever, 2010 to 2017, like whenever that was when the Masquerade moved, right? Was 2017?
I'll take that answer. That sounds right.
All right. But yeah, whenever that kind of all moved and Thunderbox shut down, that whole artistic community was like really just. I mean, you had artists that played the Masquerade, a block from the Masquerade, that just.
It does, yeah. I mean, it's one of those things when I think about it, it makes me really sad. But then what the new Masquerade is, it's its own thing, and it's cool. And then from the staff standpoint, the new Masquerade is great.
This is very true. Very true.
I
love the new Masquerade. I mean, I really do. Like, I love it. Like production wise and everything. That's
what I'm saying for load in differences and just being a fucking bar back, not having to run up and down those steps and your feet
just being a bar back.
Fucking
right,
Spirit Horse. That motherfucker fell through the floor, bro, carrying like 2 cases of beer.
Horse, yeah,
So it still does make me sad. I grew up there. That's what it feels like at times.
Yeah. No, that is, but I mean, there's pros and cons, but overall, I definitely think it's a better venue and better for the move and for everything that has happened. I mean, they adapted, they got through it. They worked through all of the shit. They had a venue that also fell through, and then they were able to lock in underground and then change it around to where all these other fucking venues also have a place to come.
Yeah, I know there's a comedy club's already getting ready to come in down there. I don't know if it's how far along it is and ready, but I know that. And that's what you're talking about, potential others.
I'm not sure if I can speak on those others just yet, but there's like definitely some.
I mean, it's the perfect place for it. I mean, parking's there. There's going to be all those bars, all that shopping. I mean, underground Atlanta, if you're not from Atlanta, it's literally what it sounds like. It's a underground 4 city blocks of restaurants, like a mall, but it's really cool. It looks like fucking Hogwarts.
It does. It's a much different vibe. You have, and then the whole underground itself.
When
really
did
cool.
Underground? When was it originally created, Matt? Look that up. Fucking, it was because I know it's had in its day like 2 to 3 different heydays. It's come and gone. A couple times. And I just hope that this time
1969, April 8th, 1969.
Thank you, Johnny. That's cool. Because that Kenny's Alley where the Masquerade is and stuff, I think they took out the plaques and shit, but Kenny was a bartender at an old saloon there. And there was the train where we had the stage set up, the Rotten Stitches play, and there's that brick train.
Hell yeah.
There's fucking train tracks right there. I don't know if you've noticed.
I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's saloon and then fucking horse stables all down through Kenny's Alley originally.
Damn.
And if you go into like what used to be Dante's fucking whatever
The ship.
The ship. Bro. There's still some fucking I think some leftover like corridors of the horse stables and shit like that. And the plaque for Kenny said like he killed a motherfucker out there or something. When we first moved in the Masquerade, there was Kenny didn't fucking play, bro.
Oh shit!
That explains the train that you see when you go to the Masquerade. Is actually a train depot starting in
Did he
1837.
run somebody over with a train?
That's what I said. That was the. I was saying. I think there was something else talking about the horses and the trains. That's why they would pull in right there. Exactly.
Yeah.
What did it say about it?
Yeah, it said it started as a hub for the Western and Atlantic Railroad to open trade with the Midwest. Is what they're saying. In 1837, that was in Atlanta was that was the original depot, the line depot.
Oh,
the whole thing.
Shit.
I guess that makes sense why they made it into underground Atlanta. It's pretty. Is that where there's the center mark? Does that make any? There's somewhere there's a dead center mark of the state, or maybe it's the city that's right around there somewhere. Does that ring a bell to anyone of y'all? No.
Kind of, but I don't know about that.
For all I know, I just made it up.
I mean, it sounds right.
But that's like the thing. Masquerades, new locations, historic. The old ones, historic. That's cool. And I think anywhere you go in Atlanta, you've got a pretty good chance of.
Right. I mean, Atlanta does have a rich, a big history. You know, it's like a lot has happened.
You can say rich.
Know? Yeah, it's just rich,
It's
man.
very
You know,
rich.
it's definitely a lot of shit has happened here, and good and bad. And I mean, you know, that's.
I got cussed out by a girl from New Orleans because I told her New Orleans was a piece of shit city, and she was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "No, I don't mean it like that. I mean, if Sherman would have came through and burnt y'all's fucking town down, you would have rebuilt, and it wouldn't be such a piece of shit. That's all. Ours would be a piece of shit if it wasn't destroyed way back then and had the chance." She did not. Still didn't like it.
Didn't like it. Yeah.
Yeah, looking at this, all the old places: Dante's Down the Hatch, Scarlet O'Hara, the Blarney Stone, Rustler's Den, the Pump
Dante's
House.
Down the Hatch. That's the one that had a whole fucking ship in there.
Okay,
That was it.
Yeah.
That's.
Is there pictures of that? Can you
No, I'm gonna find one.
find
That's
one of
cool,
that?
Yeah.
man. I wanna go see that. I don't think I've never been. I've never seen.
It's unless they've started tearing it out, it's still there.
Yeah.
The remnants.
Well, that's what I've heard is that the ship is, or the whatever the internal whatever design is still there.
I've heard so many different
Hatch.
conflicting things that they're doing.
That just sounds like a speakeasy down the hatch. Like,
It was. Look at it.
hell yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Hold on, that's what it looks like now.
Make that bigger. That's fucking. It was like so you would. There was the ass end of the ship because I went and looked at it all. Oh, you got a fucking video?
It's like
Yeah,
a
that's a video.
jazz nightclub. I like that.
Oh,
It's an older one.
it's over 30 years.
Wow.
That's older than I am.
Yeah. It's,
Look at that.
Oh yeah, it was 2 years ago. Shit on.
Welcome to Dante's Down the Hatch. You have been listening to on bass, Edward Williams. On drums, Terry Smith.
Fast forward this shit. I want to look at hear about the band.
For all over the world, and they envy.
1991.
Maybe it was.
Either way, it was cool as fucking. It's still all decrepit in there. At least it was.
Trying to look for a better photo.
That's fine. Fuck it. We get the point. They did.
I'm excited to see what they're about to do with it though. So I do think that somebody's moving in there.
Into that one. Oh, I would be very excited.
Yeah.
You'd have to get rid of the ship. I don't know how you'd do anything around all that shit. It's such a
We'll
clusterfuck.
be hanging off the ship.
No, it just took up so room. There's like, if I remember right, there was like a koi pond like a moat, a moat around the back end of the ship. And then you go to the other side, and that's where that dining room we were just looking at was.
Wow.
But that would make a cool.
Yeah, they're making it into a pop-up restaurant for the Halloween season.
Do what?
Apparently, they're going to be making it into a Halloween pop-up for the.
Oh, is that what it says online? What
Yeah,
you're
that's
saying
what
about
I'm
it?
reading
Oh,
right
do they
now.
have a kitchen there?
Saying that they're going to do
Yeah,
that.
I mean that inside, and see that's the crazy part. Inside the ass end of that ship is the fucking kitchen. So like the waiters and everybody running around that motherfucker. It was cool. I don't remember going as a kid or anything, but I seen its skeleton.
Yeah.
Yeah. This moment of silence
Right. Yeah.
brought to you by marijuana.
It's true.
No, it'd be that way.
420
So
yet?
always. So what's we were talking about Awaken the Ancient earlier. What was the deal with that video you were saying?
Oh, so they have a lyric video on Slam Worldwide that they dropped. It was, I think, back in May or June, but it's pretty badass. You know, I mean, Awaken the Ancient is definitely.
I've
one of
always,
those.
dude. That's been a band that I have loved since its inception, and I know it's had
Talk
it's
about the
had-
first Slaughter Q shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
were they
they
on?
were-
They were not on the first one.
not on the
but-
first one, but they were on like the second one.
Okay.
And I have booked those guys so many times over the years, so many iterations of the band because I know they've fucking changed almost as many members as Legion X did back in the day.
But now they're like back to like almost all of the original members.
Chattel of Tyrants. This one.
Chattel. I
Chattel.
think is how you.
Chattel.
Yeah, chattel. Chattel.
Let's just see what this chattel is.
Chattel. Sounds like a charcuterie plate.
I was
Sick. They just literally the production. Album art.
so this is Luke on vocals.
Justin on drums, Ryan on bass, and Jesse.
Yeah, these dudes have always been so fucking sick. Do you remember Order of the All American Order?
Yeah, yes I do. And I was like, I got kind of in the scene, I think, right on the tail end of them. Like I saw some of like one of their last one or two shows or some shit. It was like tail end of
I can't remember. Did it go through? Did they go through different versions of singers after like Tim left, or did that band just kind of have its one version and then close?
I want to say, I mean, honestly, Ryan would be the better one to comment on this one, but I think they. I don't know. I don't want to misspeak. So like I'm not sure if they.
I just couldn't
continue,
remember because
yeah.
I can't. Like I said, I have a lot of false memories.
Yeah, same here. Yeah,
So I feel like I remember somebody else singing and it wasn't Tim, and just being like, "Oh, this ain't right. This ain't working." But I might that could be completely
Tim-
fucking made up.
Tim's still at the. Oh well, he just moved back into. Started practicing again over at Ember City. So good to see him.
Yeah.
Around. Yeah, still.
I love that dude.
Yeah, man.
Fucking A, right.
So much talent in Atlanta, just like individually and collectively, man. It's crazy.
When you were doing your own shows in the past, like as we were talking about Skatopia and having to go back and do that, what extent were y'all doing your own shows? Like, were you ever like building makeshift stages in the backyards and stuff like that, and spray painting light bulbs and making light shows and shit like that, or was it always just fucking there's this floor and set up? How far were you guys going into it?
We went as far as, I mean, we were always able to like, get like a house or, something like that. Like there was, Cunt Cave, and that was like, you know, I don't know if you ever.
I said another one. I remember hearing about Cunt Cave. Yes, I've heard of that.
So that was I really only threw a couple shows there, I think, but you know, I had a you know Rotten Stitches definitely threw a shit ton of shows and got kind of you know, other members of the community like Bambi, who takes a bunch of photographs for, you know, the punk and the metal scene now, kind of like
right.
You know, she's been like kind of crossing over, but I mean her live shots are some of the best that I've seen. It's insane. But and she started out like her first show was at, you know, the at the Cunt Cave, and you know, that's definitely. And it was because, you know, it was also an all ages place. I mean, you know, it's kind of wild and all that stuff. But you know, people could come there.
It was just a house
experience
venue,
the
right?
show. Yeah, like they could go to like either a free show or like $5 or something. You know,
Right.
and you know, you're able to experience, you know, a show like punk, you know, metal, whatever it is, and you know, like, or underground, you know, vibe, like Wonder Root, kind of like, I don't know.
It always like makes me curious when I meet cats like you that remind me of myself with the drive of just doing like, fuck it, I'll do it. I'll find a skate park to do it. I mean, we did some skate park shows back in the day.
That we are building a stage in.
Yeah. And it reminds me of our first DIY shows were, what are you doing? It's fine. We would do shows at Atlanta Motor Speedway when the fucking race would show up. There's like 90,000 people camping. Yeah. Right? And we pulled in a fucking flatbed trailer and then built a drum riser on the back. And I had gotten a hold of these American DJ shitty ass lights and lighting truss rigs. It's just like the cheapest lighting truss rig and everything. So we had it going on, babe. And these rednecks would go crazy. Beat the shit out of each other. Like, yeah. I remember we played one year from like 1,000 people, and we did like Slayer cover of like Domination, Disciples.
Yeah.
God hates us all. And the next morning, some dude was walking around. He was like, "Y'all see a wallet?" And we're like, "No, bro." And he's looking. He'd been out there drunk as fuck, moshing and partying. And he looked me dead in the eye and goes, "Hey, God loves me. Tell you right now, God loves me." And it knocked me out. At first, I was like, "What the fuck is this guy talking about? The fuck is this guy talking?" And then I remember I was like, "Oh, I did just scream, God hates us all," to a fucking
God loves me.
to a redneck ass fucking NASCAR crowd. We did it a couple years in a row, and there were cars on fire. And it got out of hand. These rednecks were fun. Mash pit, that's a fight, right? Mash pit. They fuck. So then, I think the third or fourth year that we did it, we brought in multiple bands. This year we built a way bigger stage, just like everything. Let's go fucking, just keep fucking going. So bigger stage, more lights, bigger PA, more bands. Colossic, SMI, Legion X. The Henry County SWAT team showed up, fucking 45 guys wide, walking through the fucking campgrounds and shut us down. We were going to play Metallica, Fuel for the NASCAR people. We learned it and everything.
NASCAR people.
Give me Fuel, give me Fire, give me Reba McEntire. They were going to love it. At that time, it was like I think it was the theme song, like for the NASCAR. If you like, you know, Monday Night Football, when it used to have fucking Hank Williams Jr.
Damn. I don't know.
I never got into NASCAR, but I'm just saying the fucking party that's out front of the fucking places is debaucherous, bro.
Right.
And they don't care. They didn't know none of the metal songs we played, but they just was like fucking drinking Bud Light and beating the shit out of their wives.
Nothing like a good old tailgating party.
That lasts all weekend.
Right.
I've seen, dude, everything you hear about those people is true. I've seen a fucking dude hunk a fucking full can of beer like a football at his wife and hit that bitch right in the head. She stood straight up, walked across, and beat the shit out of him. She took it.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Go, don't go. Don't go, but go. Go. You should go. Actually, don't go because it ain't the same anymore. They all familyed it up and shit. It's fucking... You can't hit nobody with a beer no more, I don't think.
Yeah, you can't do that. You get sued.
But come on down to the catacombs where you sling beer like a motherfucker. No,
Yeah,
I don't know if
you
that's
can
the case. I don't do that. I don't know if that's true.
No, it's their lights there are fireworks, and that's
All right, I got one for you. Let's talk about venues. Let's me and you start a venue, but we're gonna chicken wire the front of the fucking stage. And we're gonna sell fucking nothing but cans, so no glass. You know, but you can throw the beer at a band you fucking hate. Just you get the fuck off the stage.
Yeah.
We'll protect them, but I think that could really be cool. What do you think?
Democracy, I guess, man. You know, like it's like shit.
All right, for real. Name some bands you'd throw beer at right now. Go.
Oh,
No, I'm just fucking with you.
yeah. I was like, damn, that's.
No, dude. We'll talk afterwards.
Yeah, I was like, ooh.
So there's some bands for sure. But I always thought that was cool. What was that in fucking Roadhouse or what was that in? Where there was the bands fucking the chicken wire on the front of the stage.
Dude, that I don't remember, man.
No, you
Yeah.
fucking bitches.
Yeah.
It was,
I'm pretty bad at movie history.
either way, what do you think, folks? Y'all think that would work?
I've seen
Let a
Greener.
comment in the fucking section about there if you fucking want to throw beers at bands you fucking hate.
Yeah.
Safely. We'll have chicken wire.
Throwing beers are welcome.
It can be. I don't know. Have you ever had beer and
No.
shit? Somebody throw beer at you on stage?
It's actually really not welcome.
It's
That's
not,
really not welcome.
not welcome at all.
Not welcome.
But I tell you what, my bandmates used to love is when I'd be all cool as shit and fucking take a fucking sip of beer and the fucking and then as soon as the fucking bottle went, and I just spew beer all over them. They
Yeah.
fucking loved it.
Yeah.
They would tell me how much they loved it when we get back in the van and leave and head out. They would just be like, "Oh, it's so cool when you do that, Sid. It's so cool when you spit beer all over me and my fucking gear."
Well, I mean,
They
there
never-
is
they never
there is
said
a level of like controlling the chaos, you know, or at, you know, it's like
I was just an asshole. It looked cool.
I was just an
It looked
asshole. I wasn't
really
even
fucking cool from the crowd's point of view.
Yeah.
But yeah, Curtis and Jacob and Chet, mostly Chet and Curtis, be like, "Oh, I'm fucking sick of you fucking spitting."
like the security and stuff. They're standing at the like edge of the
No, dude, who are you kidding? We didn't fucking have no fucking security.
That's true. We are the security.
I mean, we did tour, but they weren't good tours. It wasn't like real. Well, it wasn't what the kind of stuff that you're getting able to put your bands on and stuff now. How many of these guys are you getting ready to route tours for?
Well, so No Coffin is on tour right now, and I don't even know. They're on tour actually with Dungeon Filth from here in Atlanta.
Oh, fucking right on, right on.
They've been kind of going up like the East Coast, Southeast, and East Coast. So I know that they have a show at St. Vitus at some point here. So like I don't really know.
Look it up, Dungeon Filth, fucking
No Coffin, St. Vitus. I don't know. They've been going hard. So you know they definitely book most of their own tours, and right now that's like pretty much just the next step for us is bringing on more of, you know, the booking aspect with some of these bands, you know. So,
yeah, it's that's one thing I've noticed too. Like to go back to earlier, we were talking about people wearing more hats. It just seems like the more you can help the bands get off there, it goes. It's just I guess it's coming full circle. It's the same thing any label and stuff does whenever it gets its feet off the ground. You just free up the artists so they can make good fucking shit, man, and stop worrying about all this bullshit and provide for them.
that's why we first started doing shows. Like was kind of just the. I mean, for the artists on the label, you know, being able to throw shows in Atlanta and everything like that for them, you know, but then it kind of it just started working to create, you know, just another network, you know, for us to get our artists, you know, on. And I mean, at the same time, promote Terminus Hate City as something that is, you know, definitely a Atlanta-based thing, and you know that we are, you know, trying to work with the artists here.
Are you trying to stay right now? I mean, is there any plans to do more like way out of town, our artists and stuff, or is it kind of an Atlanta
So we
things
have a bunch of artists from Florida on the label. I definitely consider it a Southeast thing, but with the focus on Atlanta bands. And so right now our goal is definitely signing more Atlanta artists, and we have some other Atlanta artists, that we pretty much going to be rolling out for 2023.
Fuck yeah.
That are signing to the.
Is there anywhere that any bands that can hit you guys up for consideration?
Yeah, you can submit. We have submission. You can submit directly from the website on terminushatecity.com. So
okay, that's cool.
Sometime I pretty much take care of the website myself. We're working on that aspect, but like DIY shit. So it's updating it and everything like that is something that I'm not the best at. But we fucking do the best with what we got. But
you fucking telling me, bro. Fuck me. That shit's.
It's like, let me update, my Facebook, Instagram, website, Twitter, TikTok, whatever the hell,
it's all a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Well, that being said, I know that it's Sunday. We both got more of that shit to get to. Anybody want to shout out any shows in particular coming up you want to throw out there?
Yeah, we just have all of the, just the artists, especially No Coffin specifically. They just put out a EP, Heaven Below. Check that out on Spotify and our Instagram at Terminus Hate City, and their Instagram is at No Coffin, no _ Coffin. But they just put out some stuff. Also, Crypt from Augusta. They're putting out, music. They have full length coming out in November 11th. And yeah, we have shows coming up in October, so definitely check that out. Our next show is at the Catacombs next week, actually. So talking about the Catacombs next Friday. So
come sling beer at the Catacombs.
Yeah, come sling beer.
Who's going to be on that bill?
Fireworks. Actually, Weeping Death. Weeping. They're from. I forget where they're from, but see, God Tongue and Parathian are on the bill as well. They're God Tongue and Parathian are from Atlanta, so
right. Yeah, I've worked with the God Tongue guys a couple times.
Yeah. No, so that show is going to be off the chain. There, Weeping is on the way to Night Shift party weekend, where Swamp is also playing. So Swamp is another band on the label. They're about to. That's down in Daytona.
Fucking A right, man. There'll be links in the fucking info shit, so check that out, folks. Check out the website, terminushatecity.com.
Yeah.
And what I was thinking about before we get out of here, if you got the balls, I'll do it with you. Do you want to try that hot sauce?
I'll do it.
Go get it, man.
I'll do it.
I'll do it. Grab 2 fresh beers. Grab 2 fresh beers.
The same thing. I'll do that.
Fucking
shit.
pass me that fucking Harry Potter wand right there. How do you do with hot shit?
I love hot shit, man. That was actually one of the first things that my dad gave me was not one of the first things my dad gave me, but I was like maybe 2-3 years old, maybe 4 if I'm being generous, but. I was young, he gave me a fucking habanero pepper and he was just like, all right, try this shit. But I'd also had like jalapenos before that, but he was definitely like just out the gate, with that shit. And he was just like, all right, let's see how you react. And I was pissed as fuck. I was mad.
I'm sure you didn't do well.
Yo, I did. I was very upset, but I mean, it was also not as bad, as I got over it pretty quick, and I was like, man, actually, I kind of like this shit.
I ain't doing a fucking cracker's worth. I can tell you that goddamn much.
Oh, man, yeah, no, I'm not.
I dabbed some on the finger.
What are we? Yeah, I was like, what? We're going to chug it?
Oh, dude, I don't know.
Take a shot?
So, I mean, just so people out there know, we're not that big of pussies and all, but this is the bomb hot sauce. It's one of the fucking hotter ones on Hot Ones.
Hot Ones, yeah, that's the name of it.
Yeah. I tried some of this months ago.
Oh shit.
I'm here. I mean, I'm not dead. All right, we'll do it at the same time.
All right, all
Just a
right.
dab on the. Here's your cold beer.
Hell yeah.
Here, come over here.
Yeah.
Just drop those. Take those headphones off and just sit in this spot. Take fucking Matt's spot. Fucking.
Going rogue.
Fucking A, right. This is
All right, y'all can hear me choke up on this shit.
Oh, this is about to be fucking. Woo, yeah. All right, once again, it's fucking. The bomb. Fucking hot sauce.
The bomb.
Me and Jay, here we go.
Already got it.
Get you a pinky. I'll just
I was like, yeah.
Oof.
There we go.
Oof. Oh, god damn.
Yeah, I had to get. Oh fuck.
Oh, god damn.
I think this is big.
Oh.
I don't know.
All right, cheers.
Cheers, buddy.
It's hitting quick.
Let it.
It doesn't taste worth a shit.
Yeah, it doesn't have it. It has like a barbecue-y taste. It definitely grows on you.
It's coming. I'm not in hell yet.
No. I'm afraid to take a swig of my beer because it's like, I'm like, is it gonna make it worse? Or
Spread it around. Spread it around.
just spread it around. I have to remember not to. Forgot what I was gonna say. not to poke my eye, but I don't really, scratch my eye with my.
Look at fucking Matty boy over here.
Damn, Maddie's just like going hard.
This motherfucker.
Ooh.
How much? Oh god. Couple drops.
It's hot.
Definitely grows on you.
It's hot. We'll be all right.
Woo. Yeah. I don't recommend it.
It's not for like, an everyday consumption or anything like that.
That's too much.
I would take a
Oh,
photo or two.
you feeling it now?
Uh-huh.
What's the Fritos do for it?
I don't know.
Let me see.
Touch the heat.
I'd start winding her up.
Okay.
Woo.
It helps.
It's
Yeah, I feel like I took too much too.
I mean, I'm not gonna die.
Nah, I'll be all right. But
Hey, give me that bag of chips. Shit.
that was helpful.
I got them.
Well, folks.
This was great.
Yeah. If you want to do this,
Absolutely
just
amazing.
order this shit off Amazon and fucking blow yourself up. It hurts.
Oh yeah, it does.
It's
hurt.
actually starting to get worse.
Oh shit.
I think it's getting worse. Well, anyways, fucking appreciate it. See y'all next time. Yeah.